Have you ever wondered how the small state of Baden survived the tumultuous Napoleonic Wars? This period of immense conflict and change, which spanned from the late 18th to the early 19th century, had a profound impact on the geopolitical landscape of Europe. Yet amidst the chaos, the Grand Duchy of Baden managed to not only endure, but thrive. Let's take a closer look. To navigate the turbulent waters of the Napoleonic Wars, Baden formed an alliance with the French Emperor, Napoleon Bonaparte. This strategic partnership brought Baden under the protection of one of the most powerful figures of the era, shielding it from the full brunt of the wars. But the alliance with Napoleon did much more than just safeguard Baden's sovereignty. It also resulted in significant territorial gains. As Napoleon carved up Europe to suit his own ambitions, he rewarded his allies with slices of the pie. For Baden, this meant an expansion of its borders, as it absorbed territories from the fractured Holy Roman Empire. The Napoleonic Wars also ushered in a period of military modernization for Baden. Under Napoleon's influence, the Grand Duchy revamped its armed forces, adopting the French military model. This included the introduction of conscription, the construction of fortifications, and the establishment of a military academy, all of which bolstered Baden's military capabilities. So as we can see, the Napoleonic Wars were a pivotal period for Baden. The alliance with Napoleon offered the small state a protective umbrella, allowing it to weather the storm of war. At the same time, it provided opportunities for territorial expansion and military advancement. Baden's alliance with Napoleon not only expanded its territories but also modernized its military, setting the stage for its role in future conflicts. How did the small state of Baden navigate the complex politics of the German Confederation and the Austro-Prussian War? This question takes us to the heart of German history during the mid-19th century, a period marked by shifting alliances and territorial disputes. Following the Napoleonic Wars, Baden became a member of the German Confederation, an association of 39 German-speaking states in Central Europe. This confederation was created by the Congress of Vienna in 1815, aiming to coordinate the sovereign German states' economies. Baden, though a smaller state, played its part in this political entity, navigating the intricate dynamics of power within the Confederation. Now, let's turn our attention to the Austro-Prussian War of 1866. This 7-week military conflict between the Austrian Empire and the Kingdom of Prussia was a defining moment for the German states. It was a battle for supremacy, a struggle to determine which of the two powers would lead the German-speaking peoples. Amidst this clash of titans, Baden opted for neutrality. It was a strategic move, one that allowed Baden to avoid the devastation of war and maintain its sovereignty. But Baden's neutrality did not mean it was isolated from the political changes that followed the war. The Austro-Prussian War's outcome resulted in the dissolution of the German Confederation and the establishment of the North German Confederation under Prussian leadership. This shift in power dynamics led to the gradual integration of southern German states, including Baden, into a unified Germany. So, we see that Baden, despite its size, was an active participant in the mid-19th century German political landscape. Its decisions during the Austro-Prussian War were crucial in shaping its future and the future of the German nation. Baden's neutrality in the Austro-Prussian War paved the way for its eventual integration into a unified Germany. How did Baden contribute to the Franco-Prussian War that led to the unification of Germany? To understand this, we need to delve into the heart of the Franco-Prussian War, a conflict that played out from 1870 to 1871. This war was a pivotal moment in European history, with the German states, including Baden, uniting under Prussian leadership to take on the French Empire. Baden was more than a mere participant in this war. It was an active contributor. Its soldiers were part of the German forces that clashed with the French. Brimming with a sense of unity and nationalism, the men of Baden stood shoulder to shoulder with their Prussian comrades, fighting for a common cause. Just as critical was Baden's strategic location. Nestled between the Rhine River and the Black Forest, it provided a vital link between the northern and southern German states. This geographical advantage allowed for swift and efficient movement of troops and supplies, bolstering the German war effort. But the role of Baden didn't stop on the battlefield. The Grand Duchy was instrumental in providing political support for the war. The Grand Duke of Baden, Friedrich I, was a staunch ally of Prussia. His support for the Prussian cause helped galvanize the other German states, fostering a sense of unity and purpose that was essential for victory. The outcome of the Franco-Prussian War led to the formation of the German Empire, with the King of Prussia taking the title of German Emperor. Baden, now a part of this united Germany, had played a key role in this unification. Its soldiers had fought bravely, its leaders had provided unwavering political support, and its strategic location had facilitated the successful movement of troops and supplies. Baden's contributions to the Franco-Prussian War were instrumental in securing the unification of Germany. This is a testament to the pivotal role that Baden played in shaping the course of European history. It's a story of unity, bravery, and strategic brilliance, a story that underscores the power of collective action in achieving monumental feats. How did World War I impact the state of Baden, you might wonder? Let's delve into this chapter of history. The Great War, as it was known then, had a profound and lasting effect on Baden. The state, like many others in Germany, was plunged into the throes of war, with its men enlisted to fight in the trenches. Baden's sons were part of the over 2 million German soldiers who never made it back home. This loss was deeply felt within the state, tearing apart families and communities. But the casualties were not limited to the battlefield. Civilians back in Baden also suffered the consequences of the war. The blockade by the Allies led to severe food shortages. Ordinary people were thrust into hardship, facing starvation and disease. The death toll rose, adding to the grim tally of the war. Moreover, the war brought about significant political changes within Baden. The defeat of Germany and the harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles led to public discontent. The Grand Duchy of Baden, which had existed for over a century, came to an end. In its place, the Republic of Baden was established in 1918, marking the dawn of a new era. This political shift was part of a larger wave of change sweeping across Germany. The monarchy was replaced by the Weimar Republic, a democratic system that laid the groundwork for modern Germany. However, this transition was not smooth. The post-war period was marked by political instability, economic hardship, and social unrest. In many ways, World War I was a turning point for Baden. It brought about immense suffering and loss, but it also triggered a shift towards democracy. The war left scars that would take generations to heal, but it also planted the seeds for a new political order. World War I brought unprecedented devastation to Baden, but also set in motion political changes that would shape its future. What role did Baden play in World War II, you might ask? Well, Baden's journey through the Second World War was indeed a tumultuous one. As part of Nazi Germany, Baden was absorbed into the Third Reich. The state was not a mere bystander. It was an active participant, contributing to the war effort in various ways. Its factories were repurposed to manufacture weapons and other military equipment, and its citizens were conscripted into the German army. However, this active participation came at a heavy cost. As the tide of the war began to turn against Germany, Baden became a target. Allied bombing raids left cities in ruins, and the once thriving state was reduced to rubble. The people of Baden endured great hardship during these years, as they were forced to live under constant threat of attack. Yet, even in the face of such adversity, there were instances of resistance within Baden. Some of its citizens actively opposed the Nazi regime, risking their lives to protect those persecuted by the Nazis. These acts of bravery, although often overlooked, are an important part of Baden's World War II story. When the war finally came to an end in 1945, Baden was left to pick up the pieces. The state was divided into two zones of occupation, French and American, marking the beginning of a long process of rebuilding and recovery. World War II marked a dark chapter in Baden's history, but it also marked the end of its military history as an independent state. From then on, Baden would no longer be a separate entity, but part of a unified Germany. This marked a new era for Baden, bringing with it new challenges and opportunities. But that's a story for another time.